What's up, what's up, what's up? It's Old T, and you already know the vibes. If you don't, all you gotta do is get in tune and follow my social media handles right here. You know I'm getting up with my technology. I'm not playing. I already told y'all it's really up for me. Like 2024 is not over yet. Let's be clear. So when I say that this is my year, this is my year of improvements, of investments. I'm doing a lot of things differently. I'm not playing no games. Now, before anything, y'all already know I'm gonna tell y'all show some love, like, subscribe, and make sure that you got your snacks ready, because this is about to be a roller coaster. But before we even get into all the stuff that I usually get into when I get into my videos, I gotta give y'all a little life update. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm a little crippled. I'm a little crippled. I don't even want to tell y'all how it happened. It really wasn't even a real. I don't even know how it happened. Hey, one minute I'm picking up my food, next minute I'm getting my ankles crossed by a ghost. I don't know. Like, I really don't know. All I know is that the food was on the floor and all I heard was and I was yelling and screaming in pain. Now, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Like, I could do a little 1-2, a little step, but if I had to be running outside, long story short, my ankle's gonna go again. Anyways, let's get into the songs of the week. Now, going at number one, we got Honey Baby and her song Trauma. We don't have a lot of good R&B artists, but when I stumble upon them, I expect them to deliver. And if I have this song on the Songs of the Week list, then you know that she did. Usually when it starts getting cold, and that it is, because I know y'all feel that weather. It's not as sunny as it was before. I know y'all feel that breeze. Usually when it hits this kind of weather, I like to call it a brown skin winter. I mean, no other reason but besides this is the best season for the brown skins out here. Shout out to my brown skin people out there. Another group of artists that didn't miss was Monroe X and Capella Gray. This is the type of song that you play, when you outside, you lit, and you got a couple things on your mind. Let's shout him out because it seems like he obviously has bangers if he's going 3 for 3. And this is just another gem to add to this list. Now we go into my second favorite coast next to the east, which is the West. YG graced this song a minute ago, so I'm not gonna lie, it came on the Songs of the Week list pretty late, but to be fair, I wasn't real consistent back then, so I probably wasn't even listening to the song like that for real to even put it on the list. But anyway, the song Toxic by YG, that song is fire. And y'all already know I always show my love to LA at the end of the day. Because if I have to be real, most of LA music just make me feel like I'm in one of Eddie Guerrero's cars with the Nipsey braids, wind in my scalp, fine, beautiful LA woman sitting right next to me. I mean, could you imagine that? New York City music make me feel like I'm grinding. I'm getting this bag, I'm getting this paper, I'm going through a lot of things, but I'm still. But LA music, I don't know, it just feel like summertime. I don't mean to be mixy and put this person after this person, but I have to shout out this person because their album, I'm not gonna lie, I slept on it. Okay, Lonnie, on her album While We Wait too. And I know that I say this quote often, but I cannot tell a lie. She did her big one with this one. Songs like 8, Single, which I am happily, and Let Me Down are my top 3 songs from this album. And I know that if I liked this album, y'all would definitely love this album, especially my people. Now, that was all for the Songs of the Week list. I'm honestly starting to think because I know for a fact I said a long time ago that I wanted to make a playlist out of all the songs that I've ever put on my Songs of the Week list, and I think I'm going to start doing that. Another thing that I have done is I had came out recently with my Spotify podcast page. So if any of y'all, y'all at work or y'all on a drive or y'all working out and you don't really feel like paying extra for YouTube Premium just so you can close your phone and listen to a video, you can go on Spotify. As you can see, I got all my information right down here just so you can be in tune in all ways, shapes, and forms. Now let's get into the tea of the week. Now, just to start, the NFL and Jay-Z have been under fire after it was announced that Kendrick Lamar was going to be performing at the Super Bowl halftime. So if you're like any normal human being living on the earth, you're like, hold on. You said they're receiving backlash? That don't even make no sense. That's what I'm saying. But apparently, the people felt like because the Super Bowl was taking place in New Orleans, that Lil Wayne should have been the headliner. On top of that, Wayne has definitely on many occasions stated that he would love to have an opportunity like that. The most recent announcement sparked a lot of conversations from huge and influential names like Birdman, Nicki Minaj, and many, many others. People were in disbelief that instead of Lil Wayne, Kendrick Lamar had gotten the opportunity. Now, it's not to say that they don't respect Kendrick Lamar, but I feel like a lot of people were expecting them to do right. You know what I'm saying? That's like having a New York City super event, right? And you have T.I. You know, much respect to T.I. We're not saying he's a bad artist, but it's like that doesn't really represent New York City. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I would compare the situation to. In my honest and humble opinion, emphasis on the my humble and honest opinion, because a lot of people forget that part, my and opinion. I feel like either Kendrick or Wayne would have graced the stage, honestly. And I feel like with you already know how the internet gets and stan culture. There's going to be people from one side saying this and another side saying that. I saw somebody saying, oh, we don't want to hear Lil Wayne perform Knockout. First of all, put some respect because that song was fire. Like, don't, now you getting a little too ahead of yourself. Now you just saying anything that don't make no sense. I understand that, you know, you're happy that Kendrick got to perform, but to disrespect Wayne's discography when both of these guys have amazing discographies, now you just look foolish saying things that aren't even true. On the next topic, though, we have to talk about something that I'm not gonna lie, I talked about in my last video. I'm just saying that as this election comes through, I want you guys to really pay attention to the debate. Really. But as this tragedy just happened, I want to know how are you going to make America safer? I honestly saw some points that I had mentioned in my video. I'm like, did Kamala Harris watch my video? 'Cause, sister, if you did, it's okay to take some. It's okay to be honest and say you watched a little video. You know what I'm saying? Because I was speaking some good points. Now, the recent presidential debate had made huge headlines. I mean, Donald Trump was going viral because he said that Haitians was eating the dogs, pets, and cats. There's another side out here that's saying that Kamala Harris was wearing an earpiece, which we know that wasn't true because it was debunked for her to be wearing some Tiffany earrings. Way out y'all price range though. Like, let's talk about it. I mean, I don't got no Tiffany, but you know what I mean? These ain't, man. Anyway, I'm getting off topic, y'all. It was just interesting to see the talking points that were going to be presented. I mean, I definitely had some opinions. Kamala called for another debate. I get that there are gonna be people out there that says that there shouldn't be a debate, but I genuinely believe that there should be a second debate. They kind of just like glanced over certain topics. Like it was quickly talked about. Maybe that was just because, you know, it was a certain time and it was only going to last a certain time. But I genuinely feel like the debate was supposed to be a time where we talk about the main issues that are in America right now. Like Kamala's alleged belief change, Israel versus Palestine, laws, and what Trump had said about the Central Park Five. So I do think that there were topics that were definitely amazing talking points. Like, let's really talk about it. Our economy is doo-doo. Let's talk about it. The racism is getting crazy. Like, this is not how we evolve as a country. But I really wish that they had more time to really elaborate and really tell the people, like, what are the plans for you running this world? We need to know what each individuals fully stand for. Not halfway, not a little bit, not 1 foot in the door and 1 foot out, not your head inside the door, your body out. We need to know what they are fully 10 toes down standing on. And that's all I'm going to say. The election has not only sparked some things going on between our potential president, Donald Trump, and Kamala Harris, but it has sparked some things about our very own celebrities. Taylor Swift had recently posted on social media endorsing Kamala Harris and some alleged ex-Swifties had went on social media and expressed how they felt. I like to use that alleged word because there's always people that want to make it seem like they're against certain things. And I'm just like, were you even a fan of Taylor Swift ever? Like, I don't even feel like you, I feel like you just wanted to have a viral moment so you could be posted on them channel 11 and channel 12 news stations of the fake outraged fans. Like, come on. Not only did this happen with Taylor Swift, though, this happened after Caitlin Clark liked Taylor Swift's post endorsing Kamala Harris. A lot of people were saying that they were unfollowing Caitlin Clark and making certain comments. I'm just like, bro, y'all need to grow up for real. Seriously. Last time I checked, the legal age to vote is 18, not whatever age you were when you in the 5th grade. When I say this, I mean you don't need to hear somebody say, oh, I'm voting for this person, I'm voting for that person in order for you to make your decision. Because if you're basing it off of somebody that you idolize, then you don't need to be voting. Simple as that. Like, last time I checked, I thought that our votes were earned and we're not just voting just to follow the crowd. But now I know what type of people you guys are. Grown men and women writing think pieces under a 22-year-old's comments because she liked a post about Taylor Swift endorsing Kamala Harris. That's ridiculous. But speaking of Caitlin Clark, there has been another outrage, but not fully involving Caitlin Clark. WNBA's commissioner had went on the news station and they had asked her opinion on the rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. His fan base is taking a dark turn to where it's starting to get racist and discriminatory. She fumbled big time though with her response. It was very disappointing to see because she started comparing it to Magic versus Bird and basically saying how basketball needs rivalry. It's historically thrived off of it. And while I agree, because I mean, when you have a rivalry in basketball, it does make the game more interesting. I do think that she was missing one little tiny thing to say. Just one little tiny thing. Racism is wrong. And I really think she should have emphasized that fans needed to separate the rivalry that's based on basketball from the imaginary made up rivalry based on racism. She issued another statement, but honestly, the damage was already done. And if I had to be honest, like from my perspective of what I already see, like, Miss Commissioner, if I have to be respectful, because I'm very respectful, my grandmother taught me how to respect older women. I love an older woman. I mean, I love respecting older women. Let me stop talking. But honestly, Miss Commissioner, you need to get down and dirty. Because you're a woman at the end of the day, and you chose this job of representing women. And with that responsibility comes defending them at every wit's end. When you take the responsibility of representing all kinds of people, that means you have to do your research on things that, and I hate to say this because you should already know this, but on things that should be allowed and tolerated and things that shouldn't be tolerated. And I feel like one of the main things that should have been said is that racism is not tolerated around here. But then again, I really can't expect much from people that barely hold teams accountable for discriminating against women for having kids. I'm not going to say too much on that one though. That's all for the tea of the week, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I mean, look, I'm giving you guys face. I mean, if I had to be honest, like I did my hair. As you can see, it looks beautiful. You know, um, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give this video a big fat thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm really the realest in New York City. Like, let's really talk about it. Make sure you show your girl some love. Make sure you stay prayed up. Make sure you spread some positive energy. Us New Yorkers, we could be a little harsh. But all we got to do in order to keep thriving is just spread some positivity. You know what I'm saying? We got to be like Jesus. You got to think, WWJD, what would Jesus do? You feel me? And if Jesus wouldn't do it, maybe you shouldn't do it. I mean, some things I understand Jesus wouldn't do, but I mean, Jesus was still a human being. You feel me? But let me stop, because now I'm breaking it down into a whole other thing. Anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing, fantastic day. Stay prayed up, stay showing God love, be positive to one another. Make sure you show somebody some love today. You know, even if you got to tell your friend, like, hey, listen, I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? Maybe sometimes a friend need to hear that. You feel me? I'm proud of you. Have a blessed day. Enjoy your day and be on the lookout for the next video. Thank you.
I couldn't believe it. Soon as I bought my Cuban chick, she called me back. Soon as I iced her up my wrist, she got attached.